Saturday, 3 o'clock, Garnet and Old, live. No inside info, no contacts, no problem. I'm Ryan, and that is Vince reporting live from Doak Campbell. This broadcast is brought to you by both. Vince, actually, you know what? I want you to do it because we have a new one, but go ahead and do both of them.
Yeah, so obviously Captain Black's Fishing in Panama City Beach. They've been our sponsor for a real long time. They sponsor the studios. But also we got a brand new sponsor today. We've been trying to work this out for a while. Finally got it done. The Palace Saloon is our new sponsor, and they are specifically sponsoring the tailgate. And as part of that sponsorship, Ryan, you're going to wish you were here because they afforded us quite a bit of beverages to hand out to everybody around here. And so I just want to show you what we got here. I'll start with the Pabst Light. I don't know if you've ever had Pabst Light, but they provided quite a bit of this for us to hand out. So thank you, the Palace Saloon. But the thing that's really the big deal, this is a brand new seltzer called Minus 196. You can't find this in a lot of places. It's actually from Japan. The brewery is Suntory, and I think they distribute it here through Maker's Mark and some other places. But anyway, it's really hard to find this. I think the Palace Saloon is the only bar here in the Tallahassee area that carries this. I've been handing these out left and right. People love them. And the deal with the name, apparently, they actually take the fruit, they reduce the temperature to minus 196 degrees. They emulsify it, and that's part of the fruit that is within the seltzer. I got to tell you, Ryan, I've not had a better seltzer than this. It is really, really good, and it kind of sneaks up on you. This one here is strawberry pineapple. So
Very good.
We've had peach, we've had lemon, lime, we've got all kind of stuff. So if you are not around the Lot 12 vicinity, come over here. I still have a few left we can hand out. Just a few, though, so you better get here. But anyway, thank you to the Palace Saloon, who is now premier sponsor for the tailgate for every home game.
Very nice. And also, I do want to specifically shout out the one of the owners, Dean Lowe. He's a good guy, the Palace Saloon. Check it out. Hey, if you've lived in Tallahassee or visited Tallahassee, go check out the Palace Saloon. It's right by the stadium. You can't miss it, right there on the corner of Vince, what is it on the corner of? It's on the...
I don't know. If you know where the Booster RV lots, it's right there. So the Booster RV lots kind of make this L shape. That part of the L that's not the Booster lot is where the Palace Saloon is. And it's been there forever. It's been a tradition in this town forever. I went to the Palace Saloon when I was a student here, mostly at nighttime. I saw it today during the day. I don't think I've ever seen the Palace Saloon during the day. It's beautiful. It's really, really nice. And like I said, they believe in the show, and they wanted to start spreading the news about this. Again, I'll just say it again, minus 196 seltzer, one of the very few places that you can get this.
Now, Vince, before you bring in a special guest, I believe in maintaining on a 7:30 kick against Miami. So I am going with your freshest cup of coffee right now.
Yeah, no, I get you. We've been maintaining here. As a matter of fact, the guest I'm going to bring on here in about a moment, he decided that he was going to maintain. He came in, he had one of these to start with, but he said, I got to take it easy. This is a long day. So and then he got a couple waters, but I think he's back to, I think he's doing some kind of Wicked Grove or something right now. But let me bring him on just real quick. I know you're not going to be able to, he's not going to be able to hear you, Ryan, but I got my buddy Doug Rohan here.
There he is, my man.
And he's hanging out, Lot 12. Obviously a huge contributor to our show for last few years. We haven't had him on in a while. We need to do that again. But he's been hanging out here, got the nacho bar. He had a little bit of the nacho bar. But let me ask you, and he'll be able to hear you, Doug. What do you think about tonight's game?
I'm feeling great. I believe that the Knowles can get this done at home. We had a great showing in front of Alabama, and I think that team is going to be the one that shows back up. I know that Virginia loss was painful, but we learned some important lessons. Tony White understood that we can't sniff or drink the perfume, we've got to sniff it. And I feel really good about Florida State. 34-31, Noles. Look, it might even be better than that. We could hang 50 on these candy canes.
Whoa.
I love it.
I do believe that at the end of the day, Florida State learns from their mistakes in Virginia. I think we have our safeties wrapping up players instead of bouncing off of them. And I really think that they understood the assignment all week. This is Miami Hate Week. They've learned the lessons. They're ready to come forward and show the country what we can do and that we really do belong in the top 10.
Love it. Straight from the
Very
man's
nice.
mouth. He can't be wrong, right? He's a lawyer. He can't be wrong.
Yeah. No, never.
It's illegal for him to be wrong.
Hey, Vit, tell Doug this. Tell Doug I say that any future speculation based on any future speculation based on law terms is not a statement of fact. Speculation is not a statement of fact.
Yes, any future speculation based on law terms is not a fact. It's purely speculation. Right. So I just want to make sure we get that out there. Do not bet. This is not financial advice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Make sure you grab a drink before you go. We're good.
Someone, by the way, threw out the Palace address, 1303 Jackson Bluff Road.
There you go. Yeah. Hey,
Captain
if you
Jack.
haven't been to the Palace in a long time, first of all, what is you doing? But secondly, you should go there. You should go there right now. You should go there after the game and support the people that support this show.
Well, Vince, I got in late yesterday back to the house from Tampa. It was a long week, as you can imagine, quarterly meetings, but I am, it's good to be back in the house. Explain to the people, what is the atmosphere? Scale from 1 to Alabama. How full are the lots? Is it equivalent, more intense? Like, what are we looking at?
Well, so you remember the Alabama game was a 3:30 game, so it was a little more crush of people earlier in the day. Mm-hmm. In the last hour or so, the lot has filled up for sure. There's a pod of canes right outside here, and they have kind of linked up with some Nole fans here. They seem to be decent guys. I mean, I don't know them, but they seem to be decent guys. I didn't give them any of the free alcohol from the Palace. They can fend for themselves. But the lots are full. I went out to the huddle this morning. They did the ACC huddle this morning, and Shannon and I were there a little bit and got to see Jimbo, got to see Eric McLean. And oh, that reminds me. Did you watch the huddle, Ryan?
Yes. Did you chant Jimbo, Jimbo, Jimbo? No,
I did not. But there was a particular moment right at the beginning where there was this sign front and center that said "Kirk's a coward." Mm-hmm. And
got confiscated.
It did get confiscated, and I know that because when we went to the huddle this morning, I had a chance to talk with someone that has been a guest on our show, and I won't name him, but he's been a guest, and he said, yeah, they came and confiscated the sign.
It just reinforces the sign, though, don't you think?
It really does. It really does. Because
I mean, it's not like it's not like it was cursing or anything like that. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, really. I mean, what's wrong with that sign if you think about it?
Nothing. I've seen much worse on College game day.
Other than people's feelings being hurt.
No, I've seen much worse than that. We've seen them focus on signs that are worse than that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
and by the way, that crowd this morning, I mean, it's not game day depth, but there were a lot of people there, man. It was a lot of people. The Chiefs were there, of course. I saw Michael Alfred there. I saw quite a number of people there. So,
my favorite part of that huddle moment was them bringing up how, hey, Jimbo, are you going to go tour the facilities? They're all done, and he's like, yeah, they did it. They did it. You know.
Yeah, he's like, I knew that was coming. I knew we were going to need it. I'm glad they kind of got it done. You know, I always say, when you need facilities, you need them.
Yeah, a lot of listen, he does seem more genuine about his thoughts about FSU now that some time has passed, so I do appreciate that. And it seems like the fans did show some love, so I appreciate that as well. kind of awkward having him and Mike sit next to each other a little bit. Like, I don't know. It was just like they weren't as like rubbing elbows as I've seen other people, but they probably don't know each other well. Like Jimbo and Saban or something would be like touching each other's arms, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But hey, Vince, one thing I do want to mention for all of our listeners watching at home is stop by Lot 12. Once again, get yourself a free drink while supplies last, if you will.
Minus 196 while supplies last. We also have some Pabst Light, 96 calories. For those of you trying to watch your figure, 96 calories, 3.5 carbs. Courtesy of the Palace Saloon, the newest sponsor for Garnet and Old.
I also got, because of connection issues, didn't make to the very end of the Garnet and Old show, so I have not yet given my prediction on the game, Vince. So real quick, I want to let you know my prediction, Vince, was 31-30 Florida State.
Okay. You're right there, nip and tuck, brother. So I'm happy about that. If everybody remembers from last week's show, that we did on Monday. Actually, it was this week. We did it on Monday. My prediction was 34-27 Noles.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of positivity from anyone not named ESPN about the Noles' chances tonight. What are your thoughts, Vince? It's game day. Would you like to amend your prediction score-wise? Are you feeling better, worse, or the same?
No, I'm pretty confident in the prediction that I made, but I will say one thing. I think if the Noles find a way to score early in this game, the roof is going to come off of this stadium, and people are already primed and ready to go. People have been anticipating this. Let's face it, just like you said, Ryan. ESPN, all the pundits out there don't think Florida State has a chance to win. They think they have a chance, but most people are picking the Canes to win this game because they're basing all of what happened last week. I'm telling you, this team is better than what you saw last week, and I think we're going to see that tonight. I think you're going to see the offense do what they normally do, which is score points. And
don't fumble, though.
Like Doug said, I think you see the defense, basically not try to come in for the kill shot, make people know they're there, but wrap up and actually finish the play.
Yeah, you got to avoid the early turnovers, though, because, we had 2 drives back-to-back that were positive drives that led to turnovers, that led to points for Virginia. And that, arguably, if we score on those drives, let's say we go up 14-0 in that game, maybe it's never close against Virginia. Yeah. So we'll never know.
They got to avoid them, too, man. They got to avoid them, too.
Yeah. No. And we do get some players back today, Vince.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm hoping we see a little bit of Kevin Wynn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it would be a very important thing. I don't know how many snaps he's going to be able to play, but that's a big man, as they say.
Yeah.
And giving Daryl Jackson a reason to shift around a little bit or give him a breather. It's going to be really important. Squirrel White back.
Pittman.
I don't know about Ashlyn Barker. I don't know about him.
Pittman,
I've heard Pittman for sure, but Barker I'm not really sure about.
Well, listen, over-under, Vince, how many over-under 2, Mekhi Danzy, some kind of end-around or sweep, over-under 2?
Hey, between him and Jalen Lucas, I'm going to say 3.
Nice. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think?
Our buddy Riz P is here in Tallahassee. He's at the stadium right now. He asked me where I'm at. Riz P, I'm in lot 12, and you probably don't know where that is. But if you come
Google's
past the
a magical
baseball
thing.
stadium, if you're coming past the baseball stadium, like away from the football stadium, keep walking till you pass the tennis courts. I'm up here on the right. Look, I'm not out in the sun. This is how the rich people live out here. We're undercover. We got a nice breezeway here. This is the place to be.
Speaking of breeze, it's been quite windy here today in Orlando. Is the wind a factor tonight up there?
The wind is supposed to be upwards of 25, but I haven't really seen that. But as the day goes on, you don't know what's going to happen. This whole week, as far as the weather's concerned, is like it's going to rain, it's not going to rain. It's going to rain, it's not going to rain. So who knows?
All right, Vince. Let's get to the nitty gritty. So, what are your keys to the offense? What makes Florida State wins? If what?
Start fast. One turnover or less. And let's see, what else we got? 220 yards rushing. They win the game.
All right, and defense, same question.
Let's see. So what are we saying here? I think if you hold Miami to 120 yards rushing or less, I think you'll win the game.
For me, it's on defense.
2 turnovers on their side.
For me, on defense, it's make Carson Beck nervous. Same as the Bama plan. Get after him.
Right.
Beck is not going to kill you for rushes. So, hey, blitz packages, different looks, a lot of confusion. Throw the kid. I would throw everything you have. There's nothing. This is one of those games you empty out the playbook. Everything you have, every exotic look. Make him have to second guess himself. I think that's what puts Miami in danger of losing this game most, is if Carson Beck doesn't look good. And then on the offense, I would say the vertical passing game is going to be important. I think Miami's defense will at least somewhat control FSU's rushing attack. So you have to be able to make them pay over the top. And I think Florida State is capable of doing that. Now, if Florida State loses this game, if we turn the ball over too many times, of course, that's always going to kill you. But on defense, if we, second week in a row, can't stop the run, the game's going to be a wrap.
I mean, hey, last week, there were multiple opportunities to get off the field. They thought it was more important to just hit people and not actually tackle them. So, but we know from the Bama game that is, they can do that. Like, they can actually hit people and tackle them. So we know it can happen. They just have to do it tonight. And after the initial emotion wears off of the game, you know how the beginnings of games are. I think especially, like I said, if they start fast and they get some points on the board, this crowd is going to be a tidal wave of sound and a tidal wave of war chant. And I'll have to ask you this question. Who do you think has the most pressure this game? The Noles or the Canes?
I would say the Noles. Mainly because, if you lose this game, you're all but out of the playoff contention. For the Canes, it's like, you want to win this game, of course. It's a big rivalry game. They're higher ranked, but they could stand to lose a game and still be okay in the bigger playoff picture.
They can, but you know them. When they tend to lose a game, they tend to lose more than one because of that. They tend to snowball. So I am of the opinion that the Canes, especially the way, in the ethosphere, all of them have been, just chattering about how bad this game was going to be, how they were going to demolish us. I think they're putting enough pressure on themselves. This is a home crowd, man. This is a home stadium. What pressure could there possibly be? We're going to have, the Canes may have 10,000 folks here, right? The Chiefs are going to be here. This crowd is going to be raucous. The team has to give the crowd a reason to stay in the game early and often. And if that happens, I don't see how they're going to lose this game.
Let me just say, I have a few bookmark tweets from Timothy Johnson, touchdown Timothy, ready to
That's right.
Ready to pounce on immediately following the game if the Noles win. Man, that guy is fun to troll after a Florida State win. But Vince,
he knows
again,
how to get clicks.
I'm going to say, overwhelmingly, I feel better today than I did, obviously, after immediately following last week's loss. I think this is one of those classic, it could go either way games. I think there's, I can't go as far as what Doug said, where, I don't see Florida State scoring 50 on the Canes as much as I love the offense, but I do think it's going to be actually a very similar feeling game to what was happening at Virginia, where it's in the balance all the way till the end of the game. And I think we're going to pull numbers. I can't wait to see where this game ranks when they post on X later in the week, saying how many people viewed the game.
Yeah. I mean, the chances of this being a tight game late are very good because that's typically what happens. But let's tell you, what what offense, what significant offense have the Canes played this season?
They have it.
They haven't. They've not been on the road yet, and they can call this, Hard Rock North all they want, which is a ridiculous statement, by the way. But when the lights are on, and we are in that stadium, and the crowd is going crazy, and Makai Danzy runs an end around for a 40-yard score, and this place completely goes absolutely nuts. Those thoughts in the back of their head are going to creep in, and at that point, it's all about psyche, man. And if nothing else, our team has shown that they don't crack.
Yeah. Speaking of offense, Vince, I can't wait to watch Texas at Florida. That's going to be a fun one.
Ooh, that's going to be a barn burner.
But what I love about today's slate is that there's not really a competing game at 7:30 tonight. The whole world is going to be watching Florida State, and Kirk will himself be in attendance watching the game.
Sneak in through the back door.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that during the game there are some chants about one Kirk Herbstreit. That would be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen. And also the stuff about Lee Corso, too. I mean, there's a lot of really great things that are going to happen tonight. And I'm just happy to be here. Ryan, I know you're kind of bummed to not be here.
I'm bummed and I'm tired at the same time.
I promise you that I will do my part as a fan to make sure your voice is heard tonight at the game.
Well, I will be leaving here to head to Georgia at 6 a.m. tomorrow. So it's going to be a hell of a night. I'm going to watch it all the way through. I can't wait to see the result of events. What time is the Skull session? Shout it out.
Skull session stream starts at 5:15. I got a surprise tonight, and if you guys are watching right now, I'm going to give you a hint on what the surprise is. You tuned in, so you get to hear what the surprise is. I'm going to be doing the live stream from the dugout, so I'm going to have a more up close and personal view of the sections as they come up for the stream. So that's what's going to happen. That starts at 5:15. Hold on, I want to promote one more time. Doug's trying to take drinks from me here. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so that starts at 5:15. We get to hear all the sections. We usually get a good crowd of people watching that. And so tune in then. But also, one more time before we break the end of the show here, I want to thank the Palace Saloon for sponsoring the tailgate here. And again, I'm going to promote again. Minus 196 is the new seltzers they've imported from Japan. Hard time to find this. Delicious stuff if you like the seltzer thing. Not aftertasty like a lot of seltzers you get out there. And they also gave me, quite a bit of Pabst Light to hand out. So the Palace Saloon, one of the very few places you can find minus 196.
And also, thank you to our other sponsor, Captain Black's Fishing. Captain John Black, always watching the stream as he is now, but he's also a sponsor. Thank you as well. And then say thank you to Doug also for being part of the show events. Take us off the air and tell us what the people need to know.
Send Chiefs all the damn time and go Noles.
Go Noles, baby.